Is it pronounced Aslan or Aslan?
I don't know. Aslan, Aslan. As long as you say it right. But he's a gentle, kind of Christ-like character. That's basically the metaphor for the stories. And so I really dig his character in the stories, and his subjects just absolutely love him. So we want something that's strong and
Veil Basil on TikTok as Aslan from Narnia.
yes, Lion Witch in the Wardrobe. So I'm just doing my spin on that character. And what, if we had done him as an animated character, that's kind of what I'm thinking now. Well, it's not kind of what I'm thinking. That is what I'm thinking. So I'm looking, when I'm designing a character, I'm looking, first of all, I want to know about that character. I want to know their description. I want to know their history. That's why I wanted to pick characters from literature so that, they've lived with, in our hearts and minds over time. And I just thought it might be kind of interesting to do, like our interpretation of these characters. So I usually start very loose, finding big shapes like so.
When you were at your Disney internship, what assignments or exercises were you given to the group?
It was really basic stuff. We were learning cleanup, how to do cleanup work, how to follow up animators. But then we were learning the bouncing ball, flour sack, and walk cycles. That was it, really. It was just a 6-week program. But they were able to jam so much into it, and we were able to learn so much that they actually hired us at the end of the 6 weeks. So I kind of, I kind of cheated. I got 6 weeks of animation training and was able to start at Disney.
All right, looks like everything's improved. Sorry about the stop, restart, everybody. So, yes, so someone asked on YouTube, is it possible to take the course even if we're in college right now? So, yeah, so all of our courses on our website, including the character design course, is learn at your own pace. So they're pre-recorded courses. So it's over 16 hours of lessons available for just $1. 20 plus videos. I think there's 23 to be exact. And yeah, we think of them like video textbooks. You can learn, at your own pace whenever you want. So evenings, weekends, whatever your schedule is. And you can follow along in the software of your choice. You can draw on pencil and pencil and paper if you want. We have people that do that. They're not software specific. This is about the principles.
Yeah, this is all about the principles of design.
Yep.
And so you can really follow along in any medium that you want.
And so if you go to creatureartteacher.com/learn, you can get our $1 character design course.
$1.
Looks like my sister's on TikTok and asks, if you had to choose who your favorite child is, who would it be? And why did you choose Austin?
Oh, that's funny.
Do your best, Jagger, sis.
Okay, well, you know what? Since we've got my daughter is so my daughter is watching. Her name is Austin. For those of you that are confused, she's got a boy's name. But she was actually the inspiration. For those of you that don't know, I worked on The Lion King way back, and I started on the project in 1992. The movie was released in 1994. I was given the character of young Nala to create. So I created her, designed her, and animated her in the movie. Now, when it came time to design her, my daughter is 34 now. Sorry, Austin, I'm telling everyone your age. She's 34 now, but at the time, she was only 2, or maybe 3 at the time when I was designing. She was only 3 years old. So one of the things that I did, let me do this. She was the inspiration from a look standpoint. She was the inspiration, and she had a lot of influence on Nala's look. So here's Nala, and she's got this, this little snout right here. Let me get rid of this part right here because I always start with a big head, the big circle. But one of the big influences that my daughter contributed were these eyes. My daughter had these big eyes. And so I looked at her eyes, her little baby, big baby eyes. Our eyes are the only part of our body that doesn't grow. When you're born with the same size eye as what you're going to die with. Your eyes are always the same, which is why babies always seem like they have big eyes. Well, they do, because they're adult size eyes. So here's Nala.
Do you still work for Disney? And if not, what do you do for a living?
I draw cartoons. No, what I do for a living is what you see. I create courses on art and animation, and sell them to the public. And I've been doing that I left Disney in 2010, and then we've been doing this for the last 10 years.
Have you ever worked on any 3D animations?
Not really. I've helped out. I've consulted on 3D films and stuff, but and I was directing a 3D film that we never finished at Disney. But there's Nala, and she was my daughter was the influence, and those pretty little eyes right there. My daughter that's on right now, her name is Austin, so if any of you are on there right now, say hi to Austin.
Hey, sis. Is it not late for you over there?
What's that?
Is it not late for you over there? Like, what time is it over here? It is.
It's 1:13 p.m. We're in the Eastern Time Zone in Florida.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where you think we are, but no, it's not too late.
It's never too late. How did you get your start?
I went to college I went to the Ringling College of Art and Design wanting to be an illustrator. I went in the mid 80s before animation was really a big thing. It hadn't really hit its boom yet. And so I went to college wanting to work for National Geographic, be an illustrator, and National Geographic only freelanced. I didn't want to freelance, so I decided I needed to find a new direction to go in, and Disney happened to be coming along to recruit for my school for a training program, and so I thought that would be interesting. I'd never thought about animation before, but then I put together a portfolio. They accepted me. I got in. I fell in love with animation, and the rest is history. That was 35 years ago.
How fast can you draw Stitch?
I can't draw Stitch. I've never drawn Stitch.
Oh, going the wrong desktop.
Oh dear.
So here I'm just, in drawing fur, I try not to get too busy. You don't draw every hair, and you try to draw the big clumps, the big shapes. So here I'm giving him a little bit more of a youthful feel.
What was your favorite Disney film that you did?
The favorite film that I've ever worked on was probably Brother Bear, because I directed Brother Bear, and it was a big accomplishment. It was a huge accomplishment for me. It was such a difficult project as a director. From a character standpoint, Beauty and the Beast, I was one of the animators of the Beast. And so that was really, really cool to be able to work on the Beast and to work on such an iconic character. So when I'm doing a character like this, I'd like to try to come up with different expressions, but I also will play with proportion. I'll move things around. Let me put him over here. I'll put her over here. So, Aslan is big and he's noble too. So let's try kind of a big noble look.
Do you ever meet with Tara Whitlatch after you worked with her on Brother Bear?
Oh yeah, Terrell and I are still good friends. We haven't seen each other in a while, but we kept in touch. We keep in touch.
Can you draw Frollo?
No, I could probably pull up Frollo and figure it out. Kathy Zielinski, another friend of mine. We worked together at Disney. Kathy Zielinski was the creator of Frollo. So one of the things I'm doing, sometimes I think about shape. When we're creating characters, shape is finding that shape language is really important. And so one of the things I like to do, like, for instance, if I have a character like Aslan, who is a very strong, sturdy character, noble, I want to think of strong and sturdy shapes. So, like here, what you'll see me doing, let me turn these off. What you'll see me doing is creating almost like this pyramid shape. It's very strong, it's very sturdy. And I'm trying to get that feel. I might bring his eyes down just a little bit more. Let me blow that up so you can see it a little bigger.
Just a wee bit larger.
Just a wee bit larger.
YouTube comment: Frollo is such an underrated villain.
Oh, he's awesome, yeah. He's creepy.
I mean, I would say
he's a prevert.
I was just going to say,
he's a big pervert.
Of all the villains in Disney films, he's probably the most villainous.
The effects animation of her dancing in the fire.
Oh yeah!
Holy moly, those guys did a good job. I can't
imagine the.
I might be wrong. And if anybody out there knows, I think that was Chris Jenkins was the name of the animator that did all that, but I'm not sure if that was him or not. I'm not positive. So here I'm trying. I'm getting some detail in here, but now I want to create some big shapes.
Do you still go out into the wilderness of Florida to draw? And is manatee season not yet?
No, it's not manatee season yet. And yes, I still go out into the wilds and draw in Florida.
Manatee are delicious during manatee season.
They're so easy to hunt.
Kidding. You just hit them with a boat.
Kidding.
We're going to hell for that one.
So. Now, obviously, lions have a big mane. That's what I'm drawing here, right? But you want to think about what's going on underneath. There's anatomy underneath, so I want to make sure that I'm seeing, feeling all of that anatomy.
Speedman on YouTube has a question. How do I make the pastel C brush not have too much texture like yours while maintaining a good size?
Well, that's the thing. You gotta if you upscale it, if you do it at a decent size, it won't have as much texture.
So Aaron draws at 300 DPI.
Yes.
That's one thing to like most of, I'm not sure if this particular canvas is, but typically when you're doing these live streams, you're drawing at 18 by 24.
That's exactly what I'm doing right now.
300 DPI. So that's going to affect the look of the brush.
Yes.
Yeah. So depending on which brush or resolution, software or resolution you're on, you might want to look into that. What's your opinion on plague dogs? Have you seen it?
Plague dogs?
Mm-hmm.
Plague dogs?
I don't know what that is.
I haven't seen it. I heard of it before.
Is it true that
Oh, it's
Disney
an
thought...
animated film from 1982.
Oh. Is it true that Disney thought that The Lion King would 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 be was going to be a fail?
Yeah. So yes. So well, they didn't think it was going to be a fail. They there was an attitude because some of the bigger animators were on Pocahontas. There was an attitude in the studio where they felt like Pocahontas was going to be the big film, and Lion King was not going to be as big as Pocahontas. And it was sort of like, you know, back in the day when they put the B team on. Well, it wasn't really the B team, but they did in the 40s when they put the B team on Dumbo. And I think it was Bambi that they had the rest of the team on. And it was kind of that way with The Lion King and Pocahontas. Although The Lion King had some great animators. So it was really just splitting up the team. Mark Henn and Ruben Aquino and Tony Fucelli and all these great animators were on The Lion King, while Glenn Keane and Eric Goldberg was directing, and the Pocahontas. And so that was generally the attitude. Glenn Keane was like he was the animator that everyone wanted to work with, and for good reason. He's an amazing animator, a wonderful teacher. He was my mentor. And so when they saw that he was on Pocahontas, they figured, oh, that must be the project to be on. And so people were kind of skipping over, not wanting to work on The Lion King to a certain degree. And of course, I didn't care because I loved drawing lions. And
Well, you ended up working on both, correct?
yeah, I did. I ended up working on both.
What's your current canvas size?
It's 18 by 24 at 300 DPI. So I'll scribble something out like this, and then I'll go in and just tighten it up a little bit, and I'll focus on getting nuances right. And it's basically I'm taking all the good parts of what makes up a lion and kind of pushing it and exaggerating and hitting it where I need to.
So I want to let people know that just joined again. We've got a $1 character design class over at creatureartteacher.com. Aaron's character design course, which is one of our most popular courses on our website, is down to its lowest price ever.
It's huge.
Yeah, if you head to creatureartteacher.com/learn, you can get that course for just $1 for the streaming version. And for $5 more, you can upgrade to lifetime downloads. The streaming version includes lifetime access for $1, by the way, but you can get lifetime downloads for just $5 more.
Yeah, so, and just to be clear, everything that I'm talking about, doing all of that right now today, I have in the course plus a lot more.
I also want to let people know that we've launched a brand new series of products on the website today. We've got a line of mugs. Coffee mugs.
Yeah.
Tea mugs. We've got 6 designs across. Each design comes in 3 different sizes. We've got a standard 11-ounce mug. We've got a jumbo 20-ounce mug. And then we've got my favorite, which is the 15-ounce tall mug. I like that because it holds a lot, but it also fits well in a cup holder in a car, if you will. If you head to creatureartteacher.com/mugs, you can check those out. Like I said, we've got 6 new designs. We've got some of the physical ones here. We'll show them in a little bit. We've got the slide up right now. creatureartteacher.com/mugs.
So I'm just kind of going through and trying to find places that I want to add detail, other places that I want to kind of open up and make, give it a little bit of quiet space.
Aaron, who directed Treasure Planet?
That was Ron Clements and John Musker. The 2 most prolific directors at Disney. They've done more films than anybody else. They directed Aladdin. They directed Hercules, Moana,
I've done
Princess and the Frog.
9 films together, I think, right?
Yeah, you know more than I do. I don't remember off the top of my head, but that sounds about right.
I remember reading that once. I don't know if that's still accurate or not.
I'm looking to create simple shapes with this mane, but also have it feel like fur.
YouTube question, Aaron, which pen display would you recommend around the $400 mark?
The Wacom One is really great. I think the current Wacom One is around 500, but you can get it without the touch, I think. Can't you? Can you?
Yeah,
get it
I
without
can't
the
remember
touch?
the exact pricing. I'll have to look it up, but it's right in that pocket, and that's our tablet of choice when we are on the road, like for bringing our laptop with us. It's a 16-inch, I believe, right?
Yeah, it's a 16-inch, and it's really affordable. Obviously, you need to have a computer to hook up to. It's not a standalone computer, but it's like Nick was saying, that's the one we use when we go on the road and I give demos.
If there was one film you could have worked on, what would it have been?
Well, back in the day, I really would have loved to have worked on Bambi. But if films within my lifetime, I really wish I could have worked on Zootopia. I really like the directors a lot. I'm a big fan of both, and obviously I love the animals and the designs and some beautiful design work in that.
What do you do when you're on the road?
We
Drive?
rob banks, gamble.
Drive off a cliff?
No, we do a lot of we go
Yeah.
around and do a lot of lecturing. So I go around and give lectures and workshops all around the world. Really, this time, about a year and 3 months ago, we did a month in Europe.
Yeah, sometimes they're for schools. Sometimes we do presentations for studios, game studios, film studios, all kinds of stuff. So it just depends on.
Yeah, I've been hired by studios to give lectures on story, on animation, all kinds of stuff, and then we do a lot of academic stuff with students.
Dustin, are you also managing a TikTok question?
Yes, I've been.
Cool.
How we doing on TikTok?
Huh?
How we doing on TikTok?
We're doing pretty good. We got currently 478 viewers right now.
All right, TikTok. Hey, TikTokers.
Looks like John Pomeroy is watching on Instagram. Hi,
John Pomeroy. Who's that guy?
Woo-hee.
John Pomeroy is one of the classic. In case you guys don't know John, when did you start at Disney, John? That's what 1970. Was it 1970? 73? Anyway, John Pomeroy is one of the great contemporary animators. If you don't know John Pomeroy, look him up and check out. He's got lessons online as well, and you should check them out because John is an amazing animator. John Smith, remember John Smith and all the work that he also did in
Milo and Treasure Atlantis. Right?
Atlantis, and also one of my favorite films, Secret of Nim. We did tons of work in. So John Pomeroy, look up John Pomeroy and follow him. And
someone on Instagram says, please save this live. I don't think we can save them on Instagram, but all these live streams are also up on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/AaronBlazeArt. So you can rewatch all of our live streams there or on our Facebook as well.
Via the YouTubes?
So let's throw a little color on them, shall we? Let's put a little color in there, just to.
I got a quick question here.
Why?
Huh?
I'm just being an idiot. Go ahead.
My question is, what are some tips to have more confidence in lines, such as how to be more confident in longer or looser or sketching lines?
Yeah. Well, a lot of that comes from just knowing your subject. Okay, so when you don't know your subject, you tend to search a lot, and you get sketchy and all of that. So I'm always studying animal anatomy, big cats, that sort of thing. That's why, as I'm sitting here designing this character, this Aslan character from Lion Witch in the Wardrobe, I'm pulling from what I've studied over the years. I'm pulling from what I've studied over the years of lion anatomy that I've learned. And so if you know your subject, that helps. And then it's really getting into the habit of being confident in the line and just laying it down. A lot of, in the beginning, you're going to miss it a fair amount, but over time, you'll get better and better at it. I try very hard not to get really sketchy. You'll see that I'm laying down, lines pretty quickly.
By the way, for those people watching, make sure you hang around because he's going to be doing multiple characters today, not just Aslan. So.
Yeah, we're not just doing Aslan. I'm going to jump over and we're going to do several different characters.
Several.
And whatever platform you're watching us on, go ahead and make sure you subscribe or follow, and please share the video. That definitely helps a lot.
Drawing on paper or digital, which is best?
I probably, if I had my druthers, just because you have something you can hold at the end, I like paper. But that being said, I love the ability to sit down and just start drawing, and having all the colors and everything else to choose from, that you can do in digital drawing and painting.
Plus, Control Z comes in real handy.
Yeah. Control Z. Who uses Control Z? I never need Control Z.
I've used that so many times.
I'm kidding.
I'm such a noob.
So I'm just throwing in some color here just to see what he might look like. I'm doing it's called local color. And I'm going to think of him as if he were being animated in 2D. So I'm going to keep it fairly simple.
Do you have any suggestions for animation schools? Going to be going to college soon.
Well, I do have. Well, I have an opinion on that because animation schools have become very, very expensive, and I don't want to discourage you from going to school. I just want you to consider your options. Animation schools have become very expensive, obscenely expensive, in my opinion. And there's a lot of online training that you can get. Now, I'm not going to push you to follow our online training or anything like that, because I want you to consider it. I want you to understand that it's not nowadays. It's not the same as it was 15, 20 years ago, where you couldn't get all the information that you can now online. And like I said, online schools or college, brick and mortar college schools have gotten so expensive, and there's just other options out there. And the other thing to think about that people don't realize is you don't really need a degree to get a job in animation. You don't. That's not what studios look for. Studios look for your ability to do the job. So if you can train online, and maybe you train online and you spend $1,000 rather than $200,000 going to art school for 4 years, then it might be something you want to consider. That's all I'll say about that.
Twitch question: does the character design change after a voice actor is cast? I'm just curious how hard that is to match up the voice to a specific character.
Sometimes we do, but usually the look of a character that's based on, you're creating the look of a character for the movie. And so you're not trying to, sometimes there is very rarely, there'll be a character actor, that is so influential that they'll want to model the character, the visuals after that person. But that doesn't happen very often. And it's really usually about, just finding the right person, getting the right visual design, and getting the right person to match it. When we did Brother Bear, we went through, I think, 100 different actors before we found the right one, before we got to Joaquin Phoenix.
By the way, people are saying Aslan is spelled with an A, not an O.
Oh, Aslan. Yeah, I
Aslan.
misspelled that. Thank you. And where am I? Right there. Right there. There it is. Thank you. But it's rarely do we change the design to match the human actor.
Instagram question. Would you prefer to work at a company doing animation or create an art business like you're currently doing if you were starting over again?
I love what I'm doing now. And I can't see myself going to work for another company ever again. I love what we're doing. First of all, I love the training aspect of things, but we are making our own films. We're doing it. And we have complete creative freedom in doing that. So that's something that I just never had, and I never will have, working for another studio. Especially something like Disney. I love Disney. I absolutely loved every minute that I was at Disney. I loved everything about it. But I don't think I would ever go back, only because I love this creative freedom that we have now.
Would you prefer to work at a company doing...
Whoa, that's what he just asked.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just kidding. I didn't mean like, whoa.
Question about Brother Bear. Why is the entire first act of the film smaller and then it becomes a bigger picture when he wakes up?
Good eye. There's a big reason for that. So the whole theme of Brother Bear, if you've seen it or haven't seen it.
For those who don't know, Aaron directed Brother Bear.
Yeah, I directed Brother Bear. So the whole theme of that movie is to see through another's eyes to understand. It's empathy. It's about empathy. It's a story of empathy. And really, to empathize with someone is to put yourself in their shoes and see the world through their eyes, to understand how they feel. And so Kenai, who's the star of the film and has the big arc, his worldview in the beginning is very small. He thinks he knows it all, and he's got this small worldview. And so therefore we frame it in a smaller aspect ratio, because his view of the world is small. But then when he becomes a bear and it's time to see the world through new eyes, which is literally what we're forcing him to do, we open up his view. He's seeing the world, a bigger world. He's seeing a bigger world view. And so we literally make the world bigger. So that was our motivation behind doing that. And I thought it was pretty cool. We loved doing it. The DVD companies hated us for doing it, but we liked it. Sort of like, when Dorothy goes to Oz, when she sees the world in color.
If you're making animated Narnia, would you cast Liam Neeson as the voice actor as they did in the live action?
Oh, I don't know.
He was great in the live action.
I think I'd probably cast, if he were still alive, I'd cast Gilbert Gottfried to play Aslan. Nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing for that.
Hi, schmucks. I'm back.
All right, so we got an Aslan. Let's do Hedwig. Hedwig. I need some reference for this one.
You're an owl, Hedwig.
You're an owl, wizard. You're an owl, Harry.
I'm a who?
Have you ever seen a film called Romeo and Juliet Sealed with a Kiss? It was animated by one guy. It's one of my favorites since I was a kid. Curious if you've ever watched it.
I never have.
By the way, I looked up the other one, Plague Dogs. It's by the same studio that did Watership Down. It was done around 1982 or 83.
Oh, wow. So we got snowy owls, which are, first of all, I love drawing birds.
Have you read the Harry Potter books, Aaron?
I haven't. All I've seen is the films.
I've listened to the audiobooks read by Stephen Fry. They're really good.
Looks like we are experiencing another turbulence here for a minute.
Buckle your safety belts. We're experiencing streaming turbulence.
So once again, thinking about simple shapes. Now, Hedwig is Harry's snowy owl. She's very noble, very proper. She sees herself kind of above I'll pull up her, let me pull up her character description. There she is. She was a dignified and proud creature and was disapproving of less mature owls, such as Pidgewiggin. Hedwig would also make a lot of noise if she was locked in her cage for too long. And like most owls, Hedwig was a keen hunter and when possible was allowed to fly outside free and catch food for herself. So I'm going to draw her kind of dignified.
So for those of you joining late, what Aaron is doing today is doing character designs. He's taking famous characters from other stories that have good character description and animal characters and designing them. And this is in celebration of the fact that our character design course at creatureartteacher.com is available for only $1 right now. It's a 16-hour class. Dustin, if you go ahead and hit the slide there.
Oh, yes.
It's a 16-hour class available. You get the streaming version for just $1. It includes over 20 videos. You can watch it as many times as you want at your own pace. And there's also a download version available if you want to upgrade to the download for just $5. It includes bonus materials, so you can actually download the Photoshop files, the JPEGs in the course. And Aaron takes you through his entire process of character design. Today, he's mostly just drawing for you and explaining a little bit, but there's a whole series of videos on his entire thought process for doing character design. It's one of our most popular classes.
Is John Pomeroy still on?
I don't know.
Is he able to? Are people watching on Tik or on Instagram? Are they able to comment?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Are people?
Yeah. That's how I'm reading your comments from Instagram.
Oh, okay, that's
bouncing
right.
back and forth between the two.
Yeah, but well, what I'm trying to get at is I'm wondering if he animated the owl in I
don't know. I don't know if he's still watching or not. I don't know if there's a way I can tell. Oh, in Secret of Nim?
Secret of Nim. Thank you. God, I couldn't get it out. Once again, a strong character, so I'm trying to give her a strong base. See the way I'm drawing her feet?
What's your favorite animated part of Fantasia?
Well, the new Fantasia 2000, I say new, that was 23 years ago.
Right.
The Firebird Suite.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Erica says he did animate the Great Owl.
Ah, cool.
The Great Owl.
It is flawless.
Yeah. Remember the Lee of the Stone.
I'm trying to give her kind of a proud, hooked up look. Proud. Keeping shapes simple, giving attitude. You know, when you're doing character design, you want not just to show the look of a character, but you also want to show attitude. You want to get personality as much as you can into your drawings. So often, I'm not doing it right now, but often I'll also use props. You know, especially if you're doing human characters, what do their costumes look like? What are some of the things that they might carry with them?
What animal do you find most challenging to illustrate?
I find elephants are very complex. They're fun to draw. There we go. There we go. So nice, simple lines in the front, bushy kind of feathers in the back, and we've got a nice kind of full, simple shape there, like so.
Can you do animation lessons or tips on how to animate a tiger walking in a circle?
Walking in a circle, I don't have that, but I do have. I do go over. I think I was animating a tiger specifically in my How to Draw Big Cats course. If you go onto my website, creatureartteacher.com, and get my Big Cats course, not only do you learn all the big cats, how to draw them, but you'll also, I'll show you how to animate a big cat walking.
Which seems like a good time to bring up that we're also still running our fall sale at creatureartteacher.com. So in addition to the character design course being $1, everything else is buy one, get one 50% off. So that includes all of our other courses, like Aaron's How to Draw Big Cats course, his animation courses, painting courses.
So does that mean if they buy the character design course for $1, they'll get another course half off?
Yes. No, actually, the character design course for $1 is not.
Oh, gotcha. Sorry, I completely blew that, didn't I?
Nope.
But wait, if you buy one course, do you get the $1 course for 50 cents?
No. It's excluded from the offer. But regardless, all the other courses and brush packs and photo reference packs are all buy one, get one 50% off. So that includes your How to Draw Big Cats.
Super cool. So here she is, little Hedwig.
Here she is.
There she is.
How long did it take you to get this good?
I'm 55. I've been drawing since I was 2. But I draw because I love to draw. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm 55, and I still love to just sit down and pull out my crayons. There she is.
Do you know Tom Walsh? He worked on some old Disney movies.
I do.
You do know Tom.
There she is.
The person that asked about Tom Walsh says he's my animation tutor at university.
Oh, cool. Oh, you know what? I'm thinking of Tom Gately. I don't know if I know Tom Walsh. I was thinking Tom Gately when you said that. But doesn't mean I don't know this person.
100 Hobbies on TikTok says, ask him about the creator.
Hi, 100 Hobbies. The creator was amazing.
Which is the new movie.
Yes, if you guys like sci-fi, sci-fi is my favorite film genre. If you guys like sci-fi, it's a visual feast, first of all, but it's not just a pretty, fun-looking movie. It's a beautiful story. Very powerful, emotional story. Denzel Washington's son plays the lead role. Can't remember his name other than, sorry, I don't, if he's listening, I'm sorry.
Wait, that's Denzel's son?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. I keep forgetting that Denzel has
His first 3 or 4
John
lines
David
in the
Washington.
movie, he sounds just like Denzel Washington.
Oh, does he really?
Sounds exactly like him.
He was
Oh,
in
wow.
he was in Tenet too. If you saw Tenet,
Oh, was he? Oh, that's right.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
That's him too?
yeah.
I completely
snap.
forgot about that.
I forgot about that too. I need to rewatch that too.
That's one you have to rewatch just to understand it.
I know.
Yeah, no kidding.
I liked it a lot, but it's definitely like, what? Huh?
I know.
It's one of those movies where even after watching it like 5 or 10 times, you'll still be like, "What am I? I feel like I'm missing something." Any quick tips for experienced artists trying to learn animation?
Yes. So it's really about loosening up and thinking about drawing sequentially, thinking about action and motion, and thinking about physics and caricaturing those physics to get dynamics into your animation. Really, the biggest part is we tend to kind of, at least what I did when I started out, I tended to think very realistic and logical about my animation. I didn't caricature it very much. And, caricaturing, pushing, what we see and experience every day, pushing that in your animation is really important.
Twitch question: does your character design course include human characters too, or is it just animals?
It includes human characters too.
Lots of human characters.
Lots of human characters,
Yep.
exactly.
For people that don't know, Aaron is kind of known as an animator of animal characters, but he's also done a ton of humans. He animated Pocahontas and Pocahontas. He animated a few shots of Aladdin, Jasmine.
I created Yao.
He created Yao and
the
all the ancestor
ancestor
ghosts
ghosts.
in Mulan.
Yeah.
So Aaron is can animate people too, believe it or not. What's your favorite Don Bluth movie? YouTube question.
Secret of Nim.
Secret of Nim.
Yeah, for sure. Secret of Nim. I love that movie.
Mm-hmm. Did you mark where the colorists should paint shadows at Disney?
No. I did my character animation and I let usually the effects animators would handle all of that.
How long is your membership deal going for?
Our membership sale, for people who don't know, we have a membership to Creature Art Teacher, which allows you to get everything on the website, plus everything we release over the next year. Those memberships are on sale right now. They're normally $250. They're $75 off right now. You can become an annual member for $174 a year, which again lets you download and keep everything. You also get exclusive access to twice a week. We do live streams of Snow Bear, which is Aaron's animated film that he's working on. And those are private streams that as a member you can access. And if you don't want to become an annual member, we have a monthly streaming plan, which is just $9.99 a month for the first 6 months. If you head on over to creatureartteacher.com/member, you can learn more all about that. But those sales are pretty much going to run through this weekend, and the price goes back up on Monday. So if you're interested in becoming a member, head on over to creatureartteacher.com/member and learn all about it.
You know what? I want people to see if they become a member and join us. I'm just going to pull up a little bit, just show I want to show a little bit of Snow Bear just to show you
Cool.
what we're working on.
What are you doing?
And this goes right in line with our character design course because I designed. I'm doing all of the animation, all of the backgrounds, but I also designed the character in this, and I want to show you a little bit of what we've been doing. And so, if you come on and become a member at creatureartteacher.com, this one actually might bog everything down. I'm hoping it doesn't.
Might get a little choppy. So
Taking a little while to open. I'm not sure why it's taking so long to open, but But I wanted to show you this because you're gonna, if you become a member on our site, you'll be able to join me every Tuesday and Thursday as as I'm making it. So it's basically, along with all the other 700 hours of content that you get twice a week, you get to watch a live animated filmmaking class.
If someone would like to do other types of characters like elves or dwarves or things from role playing fantasy genre, is your character design course still useful for those?
Yes.
Yeah, in fact, he touches on stuff like that in the course.
So let me just show you a little clip here. I'm just going to let it run for a couple minutes. But this is the film that we're making. This is called Snow Bear. Oh,
Probably going to be.
I'm going to turn the music down. Yeah.
It's probably going to be chopped off on YouTube or Instagram, unfortunately.
Yeah, oh yeah, because it's want me to, well, I'll just leave it like this. And
Why don't you just talk about the process over?
yeah, so I've been working on this for the last about 15 months. That's including the storyboarding, the animation, creating the backgrounds, the cleanup animation, the coloring of the characters, the effects animation, all of that. And we've had, our members right there with me the whole time, and they've been able to watch me do all of this. And so everyone's getting that watches this, you get an education in how we made all this stuff. This is how we did it back at Disney. I'm taking a layman kind of a little bit of a simplified approach to the way I'm making this, but I wanted to show, this is all being done in TV Paint, and I wanted to show that, you can be a single person filmmaker, and just given the time and the perseverance, really, to create, you can create an entire film. And so that's what we're doing with Snow Bear. And at the end of all of this, I want everybody that's been watching it with me, I want them to be able to walk away and go and make their own films. And one of the other things we're going to be doing beyond this, once we finish this, is I'm going to be doing shorter subjects. Snow Bear is about 10 minutes long, but I'm going to be doing shorter 2 to 3 minute content. And we're going to do those a little bit more structured so people can join me while I'm making those as well.
I think the stream froze. We're not.
Did I kill it? I think I killed it by playing this.
Oh, hang on.
Hopefully I didn't.
Well, what you're showing there is not what's on his desktop.
Oh, it's not?
I'm going to go ahead and hop out of it, but I'm going to jump back to, I'm going to quit out of Premiere. Hopefully I didn't freeze everything up.
No, I don't think it's on your end.
Then it went back. That's weird. It didn't go back. That's strange.
So we're okay?
I don't know.
Let us know if we're okay, folks.
Yeah, looks like we're back to normal.
So anyway, I wanted to give you a little taste of Snow Bear there, and
I think it froze when he was walking on the ice. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. So it froze way back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the visual.
Yeah, I was afraid of that. So unfortunately, because there's so much CPU being used, I had a hard time keeping up. But just wanted to give you a little example of what you'd be a part of if you come over and join us at creatureartteacher.com.
Yeah, well, I'm going to have to look into that because that shouldn't happen like that.
Oh, is it still doing it?
No, it shouldn't happen.
Oh, gotcha.
There's no reason for it to bog down that much when you're playing a video.
Which platform do you stream the Snow Bear project, and which time?
They're on our
zone?
website, creatureartteacher.com. We do it every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern time. So you have to become a member to our website. Again, that's creatureartteacher.com. You can become an annual or monthly member. We also have a plan that lets you just watch the Snow Bear streams on their own if you want to just watch those. But you go over to creatureartteacher.com, you sign into your account, and if you are a qualifying subscriber, there's a link right in the little dashboard. Lets you watch the streams, and you can rewatch all of the past streams as well.
So there's my version of Hedwig. How about we do another one? Peter Rabbit was another one that I pulled up that I thought would be a lot of fun. Peter.
Is there a reason you don't use the bucket tool?
Oh, I do. I use the bucket tool. I didn't use it here because I like to do the color on a different layer. But I use the bucket tool when I need it.
Would you want Disney to do a Brother Bear live action, and would you go back to Disney to direct it?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to say. Probably, I think it'd be cool. I think it would make a cool live action, and if it was offered, maybe I'd do something like that. I've never done live action; it's a whole other ball game. But
you'd strongly consider it.
I would definitely strongly consider it. You know what? I'd probably do it. I'd say yes. Who am I kidding? So Peter Rabbit is described as he's where am I? He's kind of mischievous, and he always wears a blue jacket. Peter Rabbit is a fictional animal character in various children's stories by English author Beatrice Potter. He's a mischievous, adventurous young rabbit who wears a blue jacket all the time. And there's a lot more to him than that. But I just thought, just that little description alone kind of gives me a nice jumping off point. I always try, like I said, I always try to get a little bit of personality in my drawings, something to show off who this character is.
Is Toon Boom any good?
Yeah, Toon Boom's good. I don't use Toon Boom, but it's a subscription based model, which is I'm not.
I think they have one where you can buy it outright. Somebody said on a previous.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, I believe so. So don't quote me on that, but we said it was subscription on the last stream. Somebody said they have a non-subscription option.
Yeah, so there you go. But as far as using it, I've never used it. I know people that do, and they like it. I've always used TV Paint. So here I'm just kind of playing around, drawing.
Do you know who designed Stitch in Disney?
Yeah, Alex Cooper-Schmidt.
One of Aaron's best buddies.
Yep, Alex Cooper-Schmidt. He designed Stitch and was responsible for all of his animation.
Alex and his wife got married in your backyard, right?
Yes, they did. Yeah.
Can confirm.
Again, I want to let people know that are just joining, we released a brand new line of mugs over at creatureartteacher.com. If you go to creatureartteacher.com/mugs, we have 6 designs to choose from, each available in 3 different sizes. They've got kind of the standard 11-ounce mug, the jumbo 20-ounce mug, and my personal favorite, the tall 15-ounce mug. If you go to creatureartteacher.com/mugs, you can check out all the designs. They're really cool. I love them. They're sturdy, quality, good mugs. In fact, I'm going to grab some here in a minute, and we'll show you some on camera, and you can check them out.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Where do you get your paper for traditional?
I order all my paper through cartoonsupplies.com.
That Roger Rabbit drawing there, or is that the one for Tim?
I was doing a demo the other day on a live stream. So you can see, a lot of times I'll come in here and just kind of search and search and search, which is what I'm doing now.
Do you also paint with watercolors?
I do. Matter of fact, I've got a course on my website where I teach watercolor. Watercolor is the first medium that I ever learned, painting medium. I've been painting watercolor since I was 8 years old.
Yeah, which is part of our fall sale. So you can buy one, get one 50% off, and the watercolor course qualifies. And it's already 40% off. So you're getting a sale on a sale. It's like a hat on a hat.
So
Go to the full screen, Dustin.
Oh, yes.
we've got Snow Bear mugs. Got a whole bunch of them here.
Yeah,
Snow Bear.
that's the 11-ounce size.
Yep. Let's go to the big one. This is a printout from our bear course, how to draw bears.
It's a black bear in 3 different poses.
Yeah.
That's a tall mug there. That's a 15-ouncer, which that's my favorite.
Yeah.
Feels the best in the hand.
Here's another from our model sheet for Snow Bear. This is where he's searching, looking around. Snow Bear. Coffee mug.
Very nice.
Very nice. If you want something full color, these are going to be printed a little bit brighter than what you're seeing here.
Those were the prototype. The other
These came out a little bit dark, so but we've made the adjustment. But it's one of my cheetah paintings on the mug.
Austin is telling me to tell you to save her a mug.
That's my favorite right there. Practice, practice, practice.
You can buy one, Austin. Practice, practice, practice.
And that's a bunch of animal drawing sketches and gesture drawings.
Yep, this came from one of my gesture drawing demos. Yep. And then one more. Here's our tiger. Once again, this is dark. We'll have a brighter version of this uploaded. Just kidding, Austin, by the way.
I'm not. Anyway, creatureartteacher.com/mugs.
So one thing I like to do is just create expressions.
I'll take one of the defect prototypes. Do you know good colleges to go to for animation in the UK?
Not in the UK, I don't. I know the Gobelin school in France is really great. But that's not UK, obviously, but it's close.
Oh yeah, the cups are microwavable and dishwasher safe. Just so you know, people ask that in the comments. Yes, they are.
So the images won't like wear down in the dishwasher or anything?
Correct.
Kid.
I mean, I can't say they never ever will, but they shouldn't.
Still, that's not so cool, you guys.
Was that funny?
Kind of tapping into my inner Roger Rabbit shapes.
Be very quiet. I'm drawing wabbits. Do you do storyboarding?
Yes, I do. Give him a little smirk. We've got a bunny. His name is Bob.
Bob.
Yeah, he doesn't say much. And my late directing partner and good friend Bob Walker, who passed away 8 years ago, he never said much. We always used to tease Bob that he only said 800 words a week. That was his limit. And so I named the rabbit. Well, I didn't name the rabbit, but we named the rabbit Bob. And we miss Bob Walker.
Do you have any tips on how to introduce yourself to the professional world of animation?
Yeah, you got to get yourself out there. There's social media. There's all the major studios have websites. There's ways, see if they have programs.
I like those "Hello, my name is" badges. Those were
Yeah.
Is your character design course about characters? Does it cover characters in different styles?
Well, it covers my approach. It doesn't really cover different styles. No, it doesn't. But it does talk about the fundamentals of design so you can apply them to different styles.
Right. There's actually there's a whole section. There's a Viking character comes to mind, and you talk about if you're doing a realistic style, he might look like this, and then pushing your character design for a more stylized film.
Yeah. So there, I talk about fundamentals, design fundamentals that will give you good designs in whatever style you're working in. I'll put it that way.
Do you know Marco Bucci in person? Yes, we do.
We have Marco Bucci actually doing a course for us right now.
He's filming a course for us right now.
Yep. And if you're going to be at Lightbox in October, Marco and I, along with 10 other artists, are going to be
with James Gurney.
And we're going to be doing a little on the opening day. I can't remember what it's called, but we're going to be doing.
Awesome.
We're going to be doing concept art, where we're doing some scenes around the city of Pasadena, but we're going to be adding characters in there that are giant, and creating these little concept pieces. So it's going to be kind of a fun day. So I think I've got a pose here that I think is kind of sweet, and I want to do this.
Do you have lessons on how to make backgrounds for animation?
We have one coming out with Armand Serrano. Layout and environmental design.
It is work in progress.
For people who might have joined late, Aaron is doing animal character design today in celebration of the fact that our character design course over at Creature Art Teacher, you can get it for a limited time for only $1.
$1.
Yep, $1. That gets you a full 16-hour course, which includes over 20 videos, bonus materials. If you go to creatureartteacher.com/learn, you can pick that up for $1. It's the lowest price it's ever been. It's normally around $50. So if you get that at creatureartteacher.com/learn, you can go ahead and get that. And you can also upgrade for just $5 more and add lifetime downloads of the files as well.
That's a huge deal, folks. Absolutely huge deal, folks.
Any plans to invite James Baxter to do a course?
Oh, I would love to. I'd like to get Glenn Keane to do a course. James Baxter, Sandro Cluzo. I'd love to get all of them.
Andreas Deja.
Andreas Deja, Ken Duncan. These are all world-class, amazing animators that I'd love to get in at some point.
Ken Duncan Studios that did the California Raisins and all that, right? Is that
No, he didn't do. That's he did all the stuff in the new Mary Poppins, all the penguins and all that.
yeah.
But they didn't do the California Raisins. That was up in Seattle, and
Why am I thinking of somebody else? I think
that's stop motion. Will Vinton.
yeah, that's why I was.
I saw your Procreate Dreams animation. So good.
Oh, thank you. That was a lot of fun. And I think in the next couple of weeks, if we can, Procreate is okay with it, I think we're going to do some demos in Procreate Dreams. I've got
not okay.
I've got the software still, and there's still the only thing that might hold us back is there's still might be a few changes to the interface, and I don't want to overstep my bounds with them, so we're going to get permission first, and then we'll see, and then hopefully we'll be able to do some little demos for you guys.
How long did you take to do the Procreate Dreams animation, and your thoughts about the program?
I love the program. I absolutely love it, and it took about 12 weeks. That's including storyboard time too. So it was about 12 weeks to get it all done, and it's super intuitive once you get it, start getting the handle on it. And it's so robust. It's going to be I keep saying this, it's going to be a game changer.
How would you react to someone who downplays the impact of early Disney animation by claiming they rotoscoped the scenes due to the use of live action reference?
They didn't really rotoscope. Some of them they did. But that's like 1%, not even 1% of the animation that was created. So it's not a true statement. So it doesn't affect, I wouldn't react at all because it's just someone that doesn't have their facts right.
Yeah, because I mean, think about it. Like, okay, let's say in Snow White they rotoscoped some of Snow White off the live action reference. Okay, maybe a few shots, but what about everything they did before Snow White? Mickey Mouse, Oswald the Rabbit, all the animals in Snow White certainly aren't rotoscoped. I mean, it's crazy to, and most of the shots of Snow White aren't rotoscoped. So it's not really a accurate opinion to hold. Anyone trying to downplay the importance of Disney in the field of animation.
And don't get me wrong, we use live action reference in a lot of work, but we never rotoscoped it.
Right.
I would shoot something and get a sense of how it moves, and then I would simplify it, caricature it, and do my own version of it.
Do you ever get wrist pain or carpal tunnel from drawing? And is there anything you do to ease it?
No, I don't get that pain, and I tend to draw. I don't use my wrist a lot, and I don't do my fingers like this a lot. So I'm not wearing out the tendons and the sheaths around the tendons. I'm drawing from my shoulder, and I tend to. If you look at my setup here, it's pretty almost straight up and down, and I draw that way, so it keeps me drawing from my shoulder more, and it just works better.
How are we doing, Nick? Okay, good. Good. Who are the guys reading the comments? Are they animators too?
Well, Nick's got a degree in animation, yes. And
Yeah.
Dustin is my son,
Hi.
who has experience in animating and I guess it's not animating.
Yeah,
it's
I was in the film industry, but in a different way. I was a
3D
3D
conversion,
depth
right?
artist.
yeah, depth artist.
Yeah, and so if you ever saw a movie in 3D, like with the glasses and everything in theaters, that's the kind of work that I did. I would actually convert 2D into 3D depth using computer software.
Someone on YouTube asked, do you have a Discord channel? Yes, we do. For members of our annual and monthly streaming memberships, we do have a Discord channel. So it's really cool. You can go on there. We encourage you to share your work with one another, provide feedback. Occasionally, Aaron hops on and provide feedback. In fact, we've got some upcoming events we're working on in that regard. But yeah, if you become a member at creatureartteacher.com, just go over to creatureartteacher.com/member and learn more about it.
The Discord is for members only. Hello, Ari. Welcome aboard.
So I'm just laying down some local color.
What is your favorite stop motion movie?
Favorite stop motion movie? Wow.
Probably Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's got to be
that's
Nightmare.
a classic right there. More recent one, I mean, still quite a few years old at this point, but the Isle Dog.
Oh yeah,
Isle of Dogs. I really liked what was Kubo and the Two Strings was pretty cool too.
I started
yeah.
watching it. I never finished it. So I was going to say that, but I haven't seen it all the way through. One of the things I did see was the making of it, and just some of the sizes of those sets and the puppets is insane.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Box Trolls is another good fun one.
Yeah. All the Leica movies are great.
Oh, yeah, Ari says Fantastic Mr. Fox was good too. Yeah, that's a good one.
Mhm.
Yeah, all the Wallace and Grommets are good.
Oh yes.
Oh
We
yeah.
need more cheese.
Somebody
from it.
says Coraline. Yep. That's a great one.
That's one of the girls in Vedanta's favorites.
That's
Chicken
one of
Run.
River. That's one of River's favorite. He's probably of the stop motion. That's the one he's probably rewatched the most.
Yeah, I love Chicken Run. I'm really looking for the Chicken Run sequel.
Are they doing a sequel?
They are doing a
Yeah.
sequel. Yep. The trailer's already dropped for it.
Really?
Yep. And I believe it's coming to Netflix. Yeah, the first movie they were trying to get out, now they're trying to break in. What's a good way to start your own movie and series animation career?
Well, you got to write it. You got to have it. And as far as having a series, you're going to want to have several of them in the can if you're going to shop it around. And yeah, but the biggest thing is, having a pitch deck, basically having the world figured out, having the characters figured out, all of that. Those are all things that really will get you in the door. And then having, one in the can would be good too.
By the way, whatever channel or service or streaming platform you're watching us on, please hit the like button or the heart button or the share button or the subscribe button or all the buttons of that nature and help us spread the word.
Or don't. We don't care.
You're copying that guy on TikTok.
Yeah. Is that a mockingbird? Is that a mockingbird? Is that a mockingbird?
Oh my God, that's funny.
Question: how do you plan the background before painting? How hard is it to paint the background after finishing the main character in a painting? If you're talking digital, it's not hard at all.
Yeah, it's not hard. You just you break up layers. But I tend to do all of it all at the same time. I'll jump back and forth between background, character,
What's your favorite character you've ever drawn?
My favorite character I've ever drawn?
Yes. Doesn't have to be, could be animated, could be still.
I don't know. That's a tough one. I mean, I've been drawing for my whole life.
You've drawn so many.
That's a
I mean,
hard.
to animate, you always say the Beast, right?
Yeah, the Beast was always my favorite to animate for sure. Yeah, probably the Beast. We'll say that.
The safe answer.
Yeah.
Want to let people know that over at creatureartteacher.com, Aaron's character design course is only $1 for a limited time. You can get access to it for just $1. Go to creatureartteacher.com/learn. If you like what you're seeing today, you're going to love that course. It's over 20 videos, 16 hours of lessons. Check it out.
For only $1.
Yeah, really, we're just scratching the surface today on what you're going to have in the course. I'm not really even talking about any kind of design fundamentals or anything today. I'm just kind of drawing.
Just kind of doing your own thing.
Just wanted to show you how I would approach kind of just drawing some of these characters. Actually, I might go lighter with that instead. What if we
How do you
went
recommend
lighter?
approaching complex character design?
What's that?
How do you recommend approaching complex character design?
Well, I first of all, I try not to do complex character design. I try to keep my character designs on the simpler side, and that's really breaking things down to shape and looking at things that way. Simple shapes, areas of balancing out your areas of contrast and detail as opposed to areas that are not detailed, and it's like composing music or composing a painting. It's all about composition, and that's how I think about my character design. I approach it the same way. I don't like that white tail for some reason. I'll give him a little bit of white on it. How about that? There we go. Here's Peter.
When did you realize you wanted to do art professionally?
Oh, geez. When I was about 10 years old. Everyone told me I was going to do art professionally. It wasn't even up to me. All my relatives, everybody said, "Oh, you're going to be an artist that's what you're going to do for a living." I went, "Oh, okay."
Thoughts on Alberto Mielgo?
I don't have any thoughts. I don't know who that is. Who is that? Who that?
No idea. I'm Andius on Instagram. Says hello. Just wanted to say hi. I saw you in London at the In Motion event. When will your Procreate Dreams tutorial drop? Can't wait for the app to be available.
It'll probably be a couple of weeks before the app comes out.
Well, it'll probably be a couple of weeks before the app comes out for members. It'll come out the day the app comes out for everybody else. Is the plan.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah, that's right. That's how we said it. So let's do one more. Let's see. Let's look at our 15. There's Moby Dick, Mr. Fox, Buck from Jack London, Napoleon from George Orwell's Animal Farm. I did some little sketches of him earlier. He's a big pig. That would be kind of fun, and he's a nasty character. Napoleon was he's kind of this overbearing, horrible character in the book, and he basically becomes the thing that he hates by the end. And let's do something that's not so cute. And even, by the end, he's even walking upright. They take over the farm, and he becomes more and more like the human, the farmer that he's overthrown, even to the point of wearing his hat at the end and walking upright. But he's a Berkshire pig, a big old Berkshire pig. So I'm going to pull. Where am I? Where's my Berkshire pig? There's some reference right there. I'm going to pull up. And let's draw some pigs. A pig. Pigs have a big kind of round triangular shape, flower sac shape.
Did you ever do video game art or work?
The only thing I ever did with video games was I worked on the Disney Sega, Lion King, or no, yeah, Lion King and Aladdin Sega games back in the 90s. I did some animation for those. They sent some animation to our studio, and a few of us worked on it.
So I've got a fresh newcomer asking, have you done any movies?
I have done movies. I was at Disney for 21 years, and so during that time I worked on The Rescuers Down Under, and Beauty and the Beast, and Aladdin, The Lion King, Pocahontas, Mulan.
You directed Brother Bear.
Directed Brother Bear, yeah.
Directed a Goofy short, which is good around this time of year. How to haunt a house.
How to haunt the house.
Good for Halloween. And then you worked on a number of projects that didn't get released, although you also worked on stuff that did. Like you were, for a little bit, you were on Romeo and Juliet, right? And
that's right.
Stuff like that. So,
directed that for about 7 months.
Would you be willing to draw something like mecha, hard surfaces and such?
Yeah, I'm just not really good at it. I could do it. It's not my wheelhouse, man.
The person asked about your involvement in movies says, this art style is my favorite. It's a shame it's not being used that much anymore.
Well, let's see if we can bring it back.
Let's bring it back into the light, shall we? Hey, which way to the audience, pal? Do you ever draw Marvel characters?
Not really. I don't do a lot of
have-
superhero stuff.
You have done Spider-Man and the Hulk for your dynamic
I
lighting
did.
course.
It's
And
not something
Batman.
it's not something I do on a regular basis, is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say you did draw a very thick
Batman with the butt.
Batman with thick.
Let's see, where is that? Let's pull that up.
Do you paint?
I do. I paint quite a bit. So I guess I do some. I did some dynamic posing. So here's a Spider-Man that I did for one of my courses, and
And the idea was, with this course, it was called Dynamic Lighting in the Figure, and it's part of the buy one, get one 50% off sale.
Yeah.
Feature our teacher.
and let's see,
You got Hulk somewhere.
Batman. Batman that's thick. as Dustin says.
Thick.
There he is. And then
Glutinous Maximus.
Hulk. Is it that one? I thought so too. Yeah, there's that one and this one. A couple of Hulks.
That was figured.
Yeah, I think this one I was just kind of doing off the cuff. So, whoops.
Person wrote, I like that Batman.
I hate it when it does this. It blends the two. Yeah, docks the two together. So there's Hulk. There's Spider-Man. So I guess I do. It's not something I set out to do all the time, but I can if I sit down to do it, I guess.
People really like the Batman.
Spider-Man, more Hulk, and Batman. That's thick.
Thick. With 2 C's. What mediums do you use the most?
For drawing, I do a lot of charcoal and probably watercolor if I'm painting. I do oil. I used to do oil all the time back in the 90s. I just haven't, the 2000s, I haven't done much oil painting. And
Someone says you could turn all these superhero butt portraits into a calendar. Be highly successful. How do you determine the proportions of an animal if no one's explained how to do it?
well, you gotta educate yourself. You gotta look it up. You know, you don't need someone to explain it. You gotta do your own research.
Well, so we have a whole series of videos on our website all about animal anatomy and drawing and
Yeah.
proportions.
And if you go on the website, we've got courses on how to draw big cats, how to draw horses, how to draw bears, how to draw birds of prey, all kinds of stuff. So here, I'll just tie this down real quick.
How do you get used to drawing a new character? Do you do lots of sketches, small animation tests, or what do you do?
All of that, yes, I do all of that. So, getting used to a character is all about repetition. And matter of fact, we always used to joke about, when we'd create a character for a movie at Disney, we always said, okay, as soon as we were finished with the movie, then we were ready to draw that character for the movie. It took an entire movie to get used to the character. Is basically what we were saying. And so, you just do it a lot, and repetition. You discover things about the design that you're able to exploit and take advantage of and use to your advantage as far as creating appeal.
Do you ever use acrylic paint?
I do. Matter of fact, I'm going to be doing a course on acrylic at some point here.
Do you have any lighting tips?
I've got a course on lighting. Yeah, I mean, lighting is really about thinking about the form and how the light hits the form, bounce light, all of that. And I go over. I mean, there's so many different aspects of lighting to talk about, but I do cover an entire course on that.
Which again is part of our fall sale at creatureartteacher.com. Everything on the website, all the single courses, excluding the $1 character design course, but all the single courses are buy one get one 50% off. So you can pick up Aaron's how to paint light and his dynamic lighting in the figure course and get one for 50% off. So makes a great stocking stuffer.
Where is
It's a little early for that.
Stocking stuffer.
Speaking of gifts, our $1 character design course can be sent as a gift. So if you've got a friend that you think would benefit from it, or an artist friend, if you go right on that page, right below the little add to cart button, there's a little, it looks like a little paper airplane, and it says gift this item. And you can send any of our courses by clicking that button. So including the $1 character design course.
So here's that's an acrylic painting I did. It was a sketch. It was a small one for a few years ago.
Pretty.
But that's of a leopard that I photographed in Africa. But yeah, I do a fair amount of acrylic. I want to show you another one.
There's a pretty leopard.
This is one where I did a study in folds. This is an acrylic painting I did of my father wearing a shirt, and I was just kind of, doing looking at the folds and seeing how you might paint them in acrylic.
Yeah, that was a fun day.
Yeah. But there was a dog. Oh, Toby. That was his name. Let me see if I can find that.
I think it's Tobie.
It is, right? Yeah, there he is. Thanks. This is one of my favorite acrylics I've done. I did this is a painting I did for a friend of mine. But this is all acrylic. Painting of his dog, Toby.
Watching you draw and listening to you share is so amazing.
Well, thank you.
Any plans on participating in Inktober this year?
Probably not. I don't like to obligate myself to that kind of stuff because I've got so many other things that I'm trying to get done.
You'll probably do a pen and ink here and there.
Oh yeah, but I'm not. It's not something I'm going to do it every day.
Inktober's for losers, you guys.
We're focused on. Aaron's really focused on trying to finish up Snow Bear.
Yeah,
that is our main focus. Our animated short Snow Bear. So
I want to get it done in the next 5 months. It's a tall order, but that's my goal.
Have you done any recent films?
Other than the Penguin short, no.
Any plans to do a marker course?
We do have plans on doing a marker course. We've got a person that we want to use. We just haven't set it up.
Is there any tips you would give for animation?
That's a big, broad term. I've got an entire course. I've got several courses on my website regarding animation. The best thing I can tell you about just getting started with animation is just that. Just get started. Sit down, start drawing. Find any kind of. There's so much different softwares out there that you can get started in, and just start drawing and experimenting. But if you go to my website, I've got the fundamentals of animation. I've got this my scene approach, the way I approach animating shots. I've got acting for animation, all kinds of stuff.
Do you prefer Toon Boom or Adobe Animate?
I've never used either one of them. I
Neither.
prefer TV Paint. TV Paint is what I prefer. And soon to be Dreams on the iPad. Procreate Dreams.
Clem on TikTok says, I'm a young animator and I have animated Cusco recently.
Oh, that's awesome.
Could I send it to you for a little return?
I'm not sure where would they send something for me to look at.
Any email should come to support@creatureartteacher.com.
I'm not sure I'll be able to review it and get you feedback, but I'll definitely see it. We get literally hundreds and hundreds of people that send us stuff for me to look at, and I can't hit it all.
Responded with, thank you.
You're welcome. So I'm going to finish up this here pig,
Oink oink.
Napoleon. His name's Napoleon.
Napoleon.
And then we'll call it. But once again, my character design course, this is why I'm doing characters today. My character design course at creatureartteacher.com is $1.
Only $1.
$1.
$1 make you holler.
So go on over and check it out. Yes.
Which brushes do you use for your line art?
These are my own brushes that I made. They're actually available on the website. It keeps sound like I'm doing a hard sale on everything, but they are. They're available. Actually, if you sign up for our newsletter, you don't have to buy anything. You can get this brush that I'm using right now for free if you sign up for our newsletter.
What are you animating for?
I'm not animating today. I'm just character designing.
Just drawing away.
Just drawing characters today.
I'm just drawing some stuff, you guys.
Which software is better for animating and drawing, Clip Studio Paint or Photoshop?
Well, I don't know Clip Studio Paint. I don't use it. I use Photoshop only because that's just all I've used for the last 20 years. So I don't know.
But I would not recommend Photoshop for animating.
No, I wouldn't recommend Photoshop for animating. I
I've
agree.
heard Clip Studio Paint has some nice animation tools, but I've not tried.
Do the brushes just work on Photoshop, or
No.
can they be used in Procreate?
They can be used in Procreate.
It just works.
Yep, they work. Matter of fact, if you look at my, if you look at the animation that I did of the penguin, I used a lot of my brushes in the creation of that.
What do you use to animate?
TV Paint when I'm working on my desktop computer, or if I'm working in on my laptop. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. My iPad. There's a new software coming out from Procreate called Procreate Dreams, and I'll be switching over to that.
So I was asking, is that Dustin that keeps doing the Cartman voices?
Yes.
Yeah, he caught me again. I'm sorry.
Have you looked at the new Procreate? Are you talking about Procreate Dreams? Have you?
If you're talking about Procreate Dreams, yes, I created an entire animated short in it. If you
We can run it. We have that ability.
can I do it
Should we
without
worry about
bogging
drop
things
ransom?
down?
No, it's because it's running on that machine.
What's that?
It's on the laptop.
Oh, run it on the laptop?
Yeah, we have it.
On the
We have a
laptop
whole-
itself.
We have a
Oh,
whole
okay.
thing already. There's a dream scene. You
Okay.
want to run it?
Yeah.
This is Aaron's short that is created in Procreate Dreams, and we were asked to do this by Procreate, and they screened this as part of the unveiling of the software.
Yes. But if you go on if you're on TikTok, if you go to my page, look for the little penguin dreams, and that'll be that.
Links in the bio.
The link is in the bio.
The link is in the bio. And we're back.
Hey, we're back.
You want to hit that question, Dustin?
Yeah, from TikTok, is it the penguin that tries to fly?
Yes. The one that was just playing.
Yes, but again, TikTok wasn't able to.
Yes, it's the one that was trying to fly. Yep, exactly.
Oh, that wasn't the question I was talking about. Somebody had asked, just to clarify, if I become a member, can I catch up on all of the Snow Bear streams that you've already done?
You absolutely can.
Yes, you may.
Yep, and we're talking like 116 of them.
I think 119 as of
119. So there you go. So 119 times 2 hours on average. So yeah, so we're talking 238 hours worth of stuff.
What do you think of the Disney upcoming film Wish? My new favorite character is Valentino the goat.
You know what? I don't know. I haven't seen enough about it. It looks interesting. Is it Napoleon or Napoleon? Yeah. Where am I? Yeah.
Newcomer asks, "Is that a Wacom?"
Napoleon. Whoops. Oh. Is what?
Is that a Wacom?
This is a Wacom. It's a giant Wacom.
It's ginormous.
Yeah.
It's huge, folks. Absolutely huge.
So let's take him. Let's put him right over here.
And Analyst Doodler on TikTok asks, "Animal Farm?"
Yes, exactly. And let's take Aslan. Move him over here.
Is Napoleon spelled with an E or is it with an A? That was with an A.
Oh, it is. You're right. I misspelled it. I'm a terrible speller. I draw cartoons for a living.
I'm bad at my geometry.
Yeah.
Can you pin the make and model of the pad you're drawing on?
Where do I want to put him? Right here.
Aaron is drawing on a 32-inch Wacom Cintiq.
Yep, that's what I'm drawing on.
In fact, currently the particular one that you're using right now is discontinued, right?
Yeah, I don't think they make the 32 anymore. But they make a
They
great
make a 27.
27, yeah.
Which actually has a smaller bezel, so it's probably really about the same drawing area.
Oh, right. Moving stuff around here.
Someone on Instagram says, "I'm late. What's going on?"
You missed it all.
You missed it.
You missed it. We're doing animal character design today. For those of you that are just joining, we've got a big sale going on over at creatureartteacher.com. My character design course, which is our most popular course, or one of our most popular courses on the website, we've decided to slash the price down to $1. It's a 16-hour course, 20 videos, and you can get that for $1 if you go on over to creatureartteacher.com. And
that's for a limited time.
Yes, that is for a limited time, obviously. And but we thought today, in celebration of that, I thought I'd take some characters from various films and stories, literature, and do a couple of designs. So we've got Aslan from The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe. We got Peter Rabbit from Peter Rabbit, and Hedwig from the Harry Potter stories, and Napoleon from Animal Farm. So that was a lot of fun. And I'm going to take a break now. That was a lot of drawing. And today was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this. I'd like to do this again with you guys.
Yeah.
And I hope you guys learned something regarding design. And like I said, if you've gone over to Creature Art Teacher, I've got my full 16-hour course on everything that I know about character design I've put into that. And this is from my 35 years of working at Disney, working with some of the best character designers in the world. And I've been, had the privilege of designing characters for several Disney films, including Aladdin, Mulan, and Lion King. I don't know what's going on with my brain right now. And so, like I said, I'm taking all those fundamentals, all the things that I've learned over the years, and I've thrown it all into that course. And so hopefully I can pass it on to you guys if that's something you're interested in doing. So, and anything else you want to add?
Yeah, I want to let people know that we also released a brand new line of mugs over at CreatureArtTeacher.com. If you go to CreatureArtTeacher.com/mugs, we have 6 designs available, each that come in 3 different sizes: 11-ounce, 20-ounce jumbo mug, and 15-ounce tall mugs. CreatureArtTeacher.com/mugs.
And we also got the fall sale going on right now.
Yep, everything is buy one get one for 50% off. That ends tomorrow.
Yeesh.
Well, there you go. Bada
Get it
bing,
while
bada
you
boom.
can, folks. Get it while you can.
That was fun, you guys. Thank you. Thanks for hanging out. I really enjoyed this. And we're going to be back again on Tuesday doing our members Snow Bear stream. So if you're interested in seeing how we're creating our animated short Snow Bear, go on over to CreatureArtTeacher.com, become a member, and you can join me every Tuesday and Thursday as I make our animated short. And it's like a little filmmaking class.
And the link's in the bio for those watching on TikTok.
Yeah, and so and if I don't see you there, we'll be back again next Friday with another live stream, and we'll see you then.
Cowboy Bebop.
See you, everybody.